In this video, we will show you step by step how to replace the motor of a three-way valve on an NCB-H or on an NFC-H unit. First thing we will do is turn the power off to the unit. In order to do so, push the power button on the front panel, followed by flipping the power switch on the bottom left side of the controller. Following this, you'll need to use a slot head screwdriver or a Phillips screwdriver to remove your pumps connected to the control board and potentially your zone valves on the left side of the system. First thing that we are going to do to the unit is going to be draining the unit down. We are then going to isolate the unit from the plumbing system on the heating side by closing off the supply valve, followed by your return. Following this, we are going to remove the service drain port caps from both the supply and the return side. From there, we can either connect a hose to either of these connections and run that to a bucket or to a suitable floor drain, and then open up these ports. If you do not have hoses, just have a bucket underneath the unit. Be prepared to capture about 1 gallon of water from the systems. Once we have that water removed from that unit, first thing we will have to do is pull the control board off of the systems. In order to do that, move the front panel out of the way by pushing the clip up from the bottom, lifting this straight off, unplugging a Mullix plug from the right side, setting that aside. Once we have the front panel removed from the unit, we'll remove the control board from the unit by removing 3 screws that hold the board to a bottom bracket, followed by 1 screw at the top of the board holding it to an additional bracket here. Once all 4 screws have been removed, we can drop the board down to the side. Now that we have the control board out of the way, we are going to remove the supply pipe to the three-way valve by starting with removing a clip off the top, removing a clip off the bottom. This pipe can then be pushed down, turned to the side, and then lifted straight up out of the three-way valve. Following that, we are going to disconnect the electrical part to that three-way valve. Following that, use a small flathead screwdriver, lift the three-way valve clip up, put that aside. Once we have the clip removed, we are going to use an Allen wrench or a small screwdriver. Go into the body of the three-way valve with that and pop the motor forward. Set the old three-way valve motor aside. To install the new three-way valve motor, make sure the O-ring at the bottom here is properly seated all the way around. To assist with making sure that this slides in easily, either get this O-ring wet or put silicone grease around there. Push all the way into the back of the unit so you hear it click. Reinstall the clip which holds the three-way valve motor to the body. Reinstall the water pipe which goes into the three-way valve following the arrow going down. Starting with pushing into the top of the three-way valve body, turn to the side, pull the pipe up, install a clip, pull that pipe down, install clip on the bottom from the side, reconnect the electrical to the three-way valve. Once we have the new three-way valve installed, we're going to reinstall the control board, starting with the screw at the top of the bracket. Followed by 3 screws to be installed at the bottom. Plug the front panel back in. Reinstall by starting with the clips at the top. Slide down, push the bottom clip up. Following that, you can restore water to the system. In order to do so, first off, open up the air vent at the top of the pump inside the unit, as well as fully remove the air vent at the top of the cabinet. Be careful when doing so that you do not lose any of the seals that go between this cap and the air vent itself. Followed by removing hoses that are connected to your service drain ports if they were used when draining the unit down. Following that, close off the service drain ports. Reinstall the 3/4 inch caps on either side. Open up the cold water supply or the return from your heating side, followed by the supply to your heating side. Once power has been restored to the unit, as well as we have done an air purge of that system, we're going to close off the air vent on the top of the pump within the unit. Reinstall the cap on the exterior air vent. And just like that, we replaced the motor of the three-way valve on an NCB-H or on an NFC-H unit. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Navien Technical Support. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.